Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we've got today. Ooh. That's a very interesting energy. Okay, well, I feel like I got some masculine energy coming in here. Somebody who's trying to just operate with the facts here, just make choices using their illogical mind. But the issue is, underneath all that, their emotions are really kind of overwhelming them. And because that's happening, they're kind of coming off as too cold in the decisions they make. Yeah, because they want to move on. They just want to do, like, the stable thing. They just want to do, you know, it might have been at first that they felt like they were maybe too open. Maybe they felt like they were too... It's a strange thing how that happens. And somebody thinks that they were too emotional or too giving or had their heart on their sleeve, so they go the other way, and they don't realize that that's them being kind of too emotional too, and shutting them off is like a another way of being in that energy. So yeah. I see them finally taking steps towards something they had been thinking about for a while. Possibly something they feel like an opportunity they had missed in the past, that they kind of didn't take somebody up on. But because they want it to be stable, they're really trying to shut their emotions off in this. Which is really not beneficial. Because it's kind of having the opposite effect. They don't realize that it's actually coming from a place of being very emotional. That's why they're doing it as a coping mechanism. Because something's not healed. And making this head over heart decision, and going for this thing that, you know, maybe they were rejected in the past. So to be stable, they feel like they have to go all the way to the other, you know. But it's kind of coming off as cruelty. Cruelty and love. Kind of, yeah, the old story of being burnt in the past and just, as a coping mechanism, just being cold forever about it, you know? And they're not able to get what they need and what they want to heal while in that space, but it's a coping mechanism. It's there for a reason, for protection. Yeah. But Spirit's like, this isn't going to work, and there's a tower coming to move you forward. Because this has you acting in a cruel, almost chaotic energy, and what you really want is something stable. It's really what you want. Maybe something's moving really slow because of what happened in the past here. And the universe wants to surprise you. I see a lot of fate cards. The universe might want to surprise you with an offer of love or an apology that you didn't see coming. For some of you, you might get some shocking news about possibly somebody getting engaged, or a higher level of commitment in somebody else's relationship around you. You might find that you're shocked to hear that people are working together. You might get some shocking news about your ex. You still have love for this person, even though you broke up. If this is about your ex, that you hear something happening with your ex or something like that, somebody's working together with your ex, or somebody is dating or a higher level of commitment with your ex that has you in this space, kind of even making this energy that you were already in worse. It was no like casual relationship. It took a lot to start a new cycle. And so it really easily sets you back into this space. But this whole situation has you so in your head about it and kind of blocked from your heart. Maybe something to do with, maybe somebody was cheating and left. Maybe it feels like there was justice in the situation, like if this partner cheated on you or if you cheated on them, it just got balanced out by the shocking news that you just got. And part of the emotions that you're hiding is, yeah, that you're thinking about this. Like trying to play it cool, trying to be aloof about your feelings in this situation. But that's just some fuckery and you know it. Some of the shocking, for some of you, the shocking news could be that they lost their job. Maybe there was something in the workplace having to do with a lover or friends where they lost their job. And you might feel like this cool aloof energy where you also kind of want to be like strategizing, kind of like, oh, I'll help you out. Ignoring the feelings that you have behind that. The kind of manipulative power play might be behind that you kind of just don't want to look at right now. But you do want to take action. It's just that by trying to be aloof and shut off your feelings is making it just come off as manipulative. Oh, gosh. If this wasn't like somebody you married or had a family with, this could be just like somebody in your family. Like you want to help them, but cutting off your heart from it. This is a matter of like control and codependency. And so you're looking at that type of, you're trying to cut off your own heart so you can maybe manipulate the situation, manipulate this person who is in need of healing and kind of is not... But yeah, your heart is like turning... How do I explain this? Like, this is about control for now, and it's because out of a coping mechanism, just to... Your higher self is turning away from this kind of manipulative energy that you're in. Your higher self is like, doesn't want anything to do with this. Your heart wants nothing to do with this, so you're kind of cutting it off and just going with it. Maybe somebody had some like high hopes for this work situation, and it's just not coming together the way they'd hoped. And you kind of see a way that you could kind of slide in there, like I said, while also having this kind of aloof I think you believe in this person, though. Even though you're having these unhealthy, like, thoughts and emotional patterns with this person, you still believe in them. You know that they're going to make it eventually. You're kind of allowing yourself to, act this way. You're kind of allowing it for now. Yeah, this looks like, family situation. Either you had a family with this person. They're still loving it. I think that's a lot of the feelings that are being kind of... stopped. You believe in this person and you love this person and you're holding back big time, and it's putting you in a space of kind of, because this other person is unhealed, even though you believe in them, and they're like, it's putting you in a manipulative energy. Here's the devil. Yeah. Yeah, this could be an Aquarian or a Sagittarius. For a long time, you refused to talk to or work with this person. And it became this aloof energy, this whole thing has become so unhealthy in the holding back. The holding back is the unhealthy part. And so the divine's kind of stepping in here. Because you haven't been talking to or working with this person. And it's kind of been, in doing so, it's more a mind game than anything else. For yourself and for them. It's become this, like, game. Like, okay, well, I'm still not going to talk to them. I'm still not going to work on this. Although this is a soulmate. This might even be somebody that you, like, wanted to have kids with at some point. This was your wish fulfillment. And what nobody knows, and part of this game, is that you still kind of think about them in that way. You still think about how they were your wish fulfillment. And that you believe in what they're doing and who they are. So now I think, you really are thinking of moving toward them. something wasn't fair, something was out of control, and something kind of felt like a bad situation that was kind of like you had to pay for it, you know? Somebody's leaving that energy and trying to come toward a place of healing, but they're not quite there yet. It might be this person that you're interested in. You see them in this vulnerable state, and they might have hurt you in the past. That might be the thing. Be careful how you approach them, because you may not be aware of how manipulative this could be when you're cutting off your heart space, but like it's still there, you know? Like deep down what your intentions are matters, because not only could it sabotage your own life, but also them. And with this type of person, they're gonna know it, even if they're in a bad spot, the High Priestess, they're still gonna see it for what it is, and either they'll allow it or they won't. They probably won't say anything about it. If they're really in that bad of a situation, they might not say anything about it, but they're gonna see it. For some of you, it could be a situation where they rejected you before, but now you see that they're in a tough spot. So you think maybe it's a good time to slide in. It's for some of you. But there really are feelings here. They're just trying to be stuffed down. Yeah. Game playing. Manipulation. For some of you, you might be in another relationship where they are. And whoever is still in a relationship or something like that, or a part of the friend group or something like that, it's being hidden. Seeing 3s and 2s. It's a complicated situation. But be careful about how you're coping with your hurt feelings from the past, because this could definitely sabotage. Get out of your head and get back into your heart. Okay, because you do have feelings for this person. You're scared they're going to kind of cut you off. So you've been trying to let them go and just kind of hang out and watch on the sidelines. And that's keeping you kind of away from each other. And when you do approach, you try to approach coldly, yeah, to cope. Somebody could be like in a bad situation financially or in a controlling relationship, or you know they need to heal, but it looks like you're not being authentic if you don't do anything. Like if you keep on holding back and keep playing that game, you're not being authentic. If you go toward them with a blocked off heart space, you're not being authentic. Why don't you just tell this person how you feel and be honest about your feelings? And for some of you, you know what? If this was really so bad that they really hurt you, like in such a way that it did mess you like up emotionally. I shouldn't say mess you up as if it's like you're damaged now forever. Like if this really gave you a harsh, like a really bad wound, yeah, fuck that. But if it's like Either go for it or just let it go completely. Because in this space, it's inauthentic and it's going to sabotage yourself or them, and it's manipulative in the way it's playing out. So, I'm not really seeing much of the it's time to take action either way. That's what I'm getting. It's just time to take action either way. Understand your emotions. Be authentic. Be true to yourself. And true to this other person, too. Because it looks like they're going through stuff, too. And you might feel like they deserve it. But you also still love and believe in them. Like this person, you still think of them as your wish fulfillment. Even after all of this. You might be scared because you don't want it to be like a codependent relationship either. But in all of this, everything having to do with cutting off your emotions in this situation as your higher self looking away. Your emotions and your higher self are no part of that. But for some of you, you know, it's protecting you because it really was a bad situation where they could have hurt you very deeply. When you unlock that and open up your heart, you're going to see exactly what it is for you. And you're going to take the action you're supposed to take. Yeah, beginnings. Nourishment. You have to take action, but before you do, it might be in your best interest to take a moment to really nourish yourself so you could open your heart back up. If not to move toward this person, at least not to sabotage yourself in this situation in any action you do take. Whatever feels, whatever your comfort is, like, you know how to access your heart, I hope. Like, you know what is comforting, what heals you in your heart, what helps you open that up. For some people, it's some solitude, music. I mean, that's for me. For others of you, you might want to get out, exercise, something like that. It could be anything for anybody. I'm a 12th house moon, so I like solitude for that, but that's me. And maybe, hey, maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of this setup here. Part of this game. Maybe that's been feeding into this game. I see you, but I'm not going to move forward. Anyway, nourish yourself first, and you'll feel better about whatever action you're going to take here. Address your own stuff first, before you try to help somebody else, or just cut them off and move away. But it does look like you're actually going to go forward with whoever this is. And it does look guided. Like, it does look like the divine stepping in here to heal this hurt. Yeah. Somebody might have missed a financial opportunity or something. They need some help. So that's what I got for you. Yeah, be honest with yourself. Nourish yourself. And figure out what's really the, you know, open your heart and whatever that means to you. And whether, you know, you should or not, trust that. But make a decision. It's time to move. And if you don't move, the Tower's coming to make you move. Establish where your boundaries are set and why they are set that way. If there's a problem where your boundaries were not well established before and that's what scares you, go ahead and work on those. If they're too high, work on those. When you nourish yourself, you'll have a better idea of where the line needs to be drawn. You might think this person's very beautiful and you might be scared of losing yourself because you're attracted to them. But know that the universe is kind of, yeah, you're kind of pushed to action here. You're not growing, you're not trusting people, you're not starting new things. You're lacking focus. Yeah, fear is kind of holding you back here. So, that's what I got.